I seen this movie one time. It was about a man riding across the desert, and it starred Gregory Peck. He was shot down by a hungry kid trying to make a name for himself. The townspeople, they wanted to crush that kid down and string him up by the neck. The marshal, well, he beat the kid to a bloody pulp, and as the gunfighter lay dying in the sun, he gasped for his last breath, said, "Now turn him loose. Let him go. Let him say he outdrew me fair and square, 'cause I want him to know what it feels like to every moment face his death." Well, I keep seeing this stuff. It just comes a rolling in. It blows through me like a ball and chain. I can't believe we have lived so long and we are still so far apart. Your memory keeps calling after me like a rolling train. I can still see the day when you came to me on the painted desert in your busted down Ford and your platform heels. I couldn't figure out why you chose that particular place to meet, but you were right. It was perfect. I got behind the wheel and we drove through the night to San Antone, and we slept near the Alamo. Your skin was so soft, tender and soft. Then way down in Mexico, you went out to find a doctor, and you never came back. Um, I I would have gone on after you, but I just didn't feel like letting my head get blown off. And now we're in this car, and the sun is coming up over the Rockies. I know she ain't you, but she's here, and she's got the dark rhythm in her soul. I'm too far over the edge. I'm just not in the mood anymore to remember the days when I was your only man. Uh, and she don't want to remind me because she knows this car'd go out of control. So we crossed the Panhandle, and we pulled up to toward Amarillo, and we pulled up to where Henry Porter used to live. He had the wrecking lot outside of town about a mile. And Ruby was in the backyard hanging clothes, and she had the red hair tied back. She said, "Henry ain't here, but you all can come on in, and he'll be back in a little while." And she told us how times were tough and how she's thinking about bumming a ride back from where she started. Of course, every time the money came up, she changed the subject. But she said, "Welcome to the land of the living dead." You could tell she was really brokenhearted. And she said, even some of the swap meets around here are getting pretty corrupt. "Oh, how far are y'all going?" Ruby asked us with a sigh. I said, "We're going all the way. We're going till the wheels fall off and burn, and the sun peels the paint, and the seat covers fade, and the water moccasin dies." She just smiled and said, "Some babies never learn." And so, but there's something about that movie though that I just can't get out of my head. I don't know why I was in it. I don't know what role I was supposed to play. All I remember was it had Gregory Peck and the way people moved, and that a lot of them were looking my way. They were looking for somebody with a pompadour, and I was crossing the street when the shots rang out, and I didn't know whether to duck or to run, so I ran, and then I heard, "Oh, we got him cornered in the churchyard." I heard somebody shout. And so you saw my picture in the Corpus Christi Tribune, and underneath it said, "A man with no alibi." And then you went out on a limb to testify for me. You said I was with you. And when you broke down in front of the judge and cried real tears, that was the best acting I've seen anybody do. So I've always been the kind of person who doesn't like to trespass. But sometimes you do. You just find yourself over the line. And if there was an original thought out there, I could use it right now. But you know, I gotta say, I feel pretty good, but that ain't saying much. I know I feel a whole lot better if you were just right here by my side, to show me how. Um, I'm standing in line, in the rain to see the movie, starring Gregory Peck, but it's not the one I had in mind. But I'd go see him in anything, and so he's got a new one out, and so I'll stand in the line. It's funny when you think about it, how things never really turn out the way you had them planned. The only thing we knew about old Henry Porter was that his name wasn't Henry Porter. Uh, there's always something about you, baby, that I liked that was just too good for this world. And there was something about me you liked, that I left back in the French Quarter. Uh, it's strange to me that the people who suffer together have stronger connections than people who are most content. Um, I don't have any regrets. People can talk about me after I'm gone. Um, you always said people don't do what they believe in; they just do what's most convenient. I always said, uh, "Hang with me, baby, and let's just hope the roof stays on." No, I'm standing in line, uh, and but to see this movie. But I think I sat through it twice, and I don't know who I was or where I was bound. All I remember was it had Gregory Peck, and he wore a gun, and he got shot in the back. That seems like a long time ago, long before the stars got torn down. So, uh, mm, Brownsville girl, the Brownsville curls, teeth like pearls, shining like the moon above. Brownsville girl showed me all around the world. Brownsville girl, you're my honey love.